Hello and welcome to our Winter Sports Recognition Show. Thank you for joining us, and we hope you're going to really enjoy hearing from each of our coaches and also seeing awards presentations. I'm Brian Rowan, Executive Director of Athletics, here with the Roadrunners, and I'm very happy to be able to share this time with you. Of course, we wish that this were being done in person. We had a very nice event planned on campus that we do on an annual basis. But we're glad we're able to provide this and hear from our coaches even in this virtual format. I wanted to make a few brief remarks before we hear from those coaches. First off, message to the student athletes. We are really inspired by the way that you were able to transition to online learning this semester. Nothing made us prouder than to see those grades at the end of the semester with everything that you dealt with. It was really amazing. Congratulations to each of our 48 student athletes that have graduated. They're in the graduating class of 2020. You're in the first graduating class of Rowan College, South Jersey. Great stuff. 17 of our student athletes earned a 4.0 this semester. Now, what an outstanding way to close out a very difficult semester, and we're really, really proud of your efforts in the classroom. Of course, we all share a broken heart at the things that our spring athletes weren't able to finish their season. And if any of them are tuned in, we feel terrible about that. It's one of the worst things that I've dealt with as an athletic administrator. And we hope to come back strong very, very soon. Okay, but thank you for a great job in the classroom to everyone. And also a few other thank yous I'd like to make. First, to each and every one of our coaches, especially the winter coaches are here from now. But every one of our coaches was involved in that transition from being on campus, being in class every day, seeing the students, to now this online format. I really appreciate your flexibility in the way that you helped our staff. I want to thank our athletic department staff, Lee Spalding, our athletic trainer, Leanne Schoening, George Hobbins, Rich Cooper, all assistant athletic directors, Kyle Lodge and Gus Ostrom that work on the sports information side, Bob Frederick, who helps us on a part-time basis. All of you, great job throughout the semester, and I really want to thank you on behalf of myself, on behalf of the students, for the work that you're putting in, and also the work that we're putting in to get us back out there competing for Roadrunner athletics. Hey, the last thank you I want to make is to Roadrunner faculty, staff, administration, Dr. Keating, and the Board of Trustees. Your support is what makes all of this possible, and the success stories that start in Roadrunner athletics. We are the people on the front lines of that. We're the people that sometimes get the picture on the website, the newspaper article, but your support is what makes it all possible. So thank you very much for that. Hey, we're going to hear from each one of our winter sports coaches. Really exciting to get to hear from them and hear about each of the student athletes. And then at the end of this, I'll come back and present our male and female student athletes of the season awards. Thanks again for joining us. Go Roadrunners.
It don't matter if we're not together. Four more, y'all. Rebound the ball, y'all. Four more, three. 1, 2, 3.
Good evening. My name is Will Logan. I'm the head men's basketball coach at Rowan College, South Jersey. Before I start, I would like to thank Brian Rowan, our athletic director, for the opportunity that he bestowed on me to become the head coach of this program. I would like to thank our administrative staff, Coach Coop, Leanne, for all the day-to-day operation things they helped me with and keeping me on track and making sure that my team has everything they need moving forward. And I also like to thank Elise, one of the hardest working trainers in the country, for everything that she does for our student athletes. I also would like to thank my assistant coaches, Coach Sean Joins, Coach Neil Thompson, very good young assistants, and I'm looking forward to seeing their progression throughout the next year and further. This year was my first year as the head coach of the program, and it was an up and down season. We had stretches where we played really well, went on a 6 or 7 game win streak, and actually put ourselves in position to make the regional tournament and fell a little short late in the season. I would like to thank our sophomores, Stan, Alex, Danny, and Jeremy, for everything they've done for me for this year. Stan was one of the better three-point shooters in the region this year. Alex was our leading scorer at 18 points a game and really came on strong for us in the second semester. Danny had some big games for us and helped us win some games and played tough and played out of position many times and really helped us down the stretch and throughout the school year. And Jeremy, one of our hardest workers, a true professional, came to work every day, got better every day, took on the toughest assignments defensively, and just did all the little things that we needed to do to put ourselves in position to win. With our sophomores having the year that they had, I think one of the highest points for us were our freshmen. Nick, Marquise, Kev, and Tim, all four of these guys were thrown into the fire early in the season. Nick and Tim were in positions where they were starting. Marquise started a couple games due to injury. Kev started a couple games due to injury. And I mean, these guys were put in positions to play a lot more than I think they were expecting to. Nick, who's our starting point guard from day one, had started every game, played well in stretches, really tough defender, made huge plays for us in games that we needed to win, and just continued to get better throughout the season, and we're looking forward to him taking the next step next year. Marquise had some really good scoring games for us this year as a freshman, really shot the ball well. I think if he continues to progress, he'll be one of the better shooters in the region coming up this year. Kev, probably the most improved player out of everybody, has came a long, long way from not playing and being in rotation to becoming a starter and, scoring double-doubles in the last couple games of our season with rebounds and points. So we're looking forward to him to continue to progress and develop as a player. Tim, probably our best player, was just our workhorse, one of our most consistent players on and off the court. Does all the little things that you need, takes the charges, dives on loose balls, led us in rebounding, multiple double-double games, multiple 20 and 15, 20-20 games. Should have been an all-regional player, but we're looking forward to him to really explode onto the scene next year, and his best basketball is ahead of him. With all that being said, again, I would like to thank our sophomores, Stan, Alex, Danny, and Jeremy. A lot of these guys have opportunities next year at four-year institutions, so I just want to thank them again and wish them a good luck. Again, I want to thank my freshmen for all the work that they put in, and unfortunately, because of the COVID-19 situation, we weren't able to get into the gym this postseason and really put in some work. Y'all guys will continue to progress, and we're looking forward to next year. Our Coaches Award goes to our freshman, Tim Schulteis. Again, he was our best player throughout the year, on and off the court. He's great in the classroom. He's part of SAC. He's a kid that every coach in the country would love to have on your team, a guy that's just going to come to practice every day, bring a lot of energy, a lot of effort and competitiveness, a great team player, and does all the little things that you need to do to win games. In closing, again, I would like to thank Mr. Rowan, our athletic director, and the whole athletic administration for the continued support and effort and energy that they put into just not the coaching staff, but the student athletes day in and day out. But I'd like to congratulate Tim for winning the Coaches Award, and to our sophomores for finishing up and moving on to the next level. Again, thank you for the opportunity, and looking forward to next year as we continue to try to build this program up.
He can't score on you, period. All right? Keep defending and running the floor. Let's go.
Loaded, 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 loaded.
Hey everybody, it's Coach Cooper here with the women's basketball program. Unfortunately, not able to get together, have our winter sports banquet, but we thought it'd be a nice idea to have all the winter coaches speak on their teams, and I definitely wanted to speak on my team. We had a successful season, finishing 18-10, made it to the Final Four of our region, where we lost to the eventual champion in a very entertaining basketball game. I'd like to speak quickly on some of my players, actually all of my players, just to give them a little recognition for what they did this year. We'll start with the sophomores. Cadena Harris Hood came from Atlantic City. Cadena was a 2-year player who grew both years, and when she got here, the stats don't really show what she did her freshman year, but I thought the stats actually her sophomore year matched what she was doing both years. So Stats don't really explain the kind of impact that Cadena has had on this team. She's the person who keeps us all loose. She comes in, she just enjoys playing basketball. She's going to play at a four-year school after this. She had a great game against Passaic in that final game. She's planning on going to Penn State Brandywine, so we look forward to big things from her. Maya Lewis came here from Camden County. She also played at Cherry Hill West. Maya came in and just wanted an opportunity pretty much. She had to get her grades up, but she did a great job at that. She did really, really well in the classroom, and that kind of translated to on the court, just being a leader, just showing the younger players what it means to play in big games and that kind of stuff. So Maya did a great job doing that, and she plans on playing at a four-year school as well. Conklin, who played at Gloucester City High School. Kyler came in 2 years ago, and when I first saw Kai play, she's playing all different positions. So they had her playing big, they had her playing guard, and she doesn't mind going in and banging with some of the bigs, and she doesn't mind stepping out and shooting a three. And I think that's going to help her as she moves forward to a four-year school. I believe she's going to Rutgers Camden. So Kai meant a lot to this team. She actually was one of our higher GPA players. So she did it on the court and off the court. So we're going to miss Kai a lot. And we know she's going to be very successful at Rutgers Camden. Nikita Acker. Nikita came from Triton Regional High School. She played at Triton for 4 years. While at Triton, she went from being the best player on the team and showing everybody how to play the game and how to play the game the right way, to her senior year having to be that second person to somebody who transferred in, and I thought she handled that very well, because somebody with that much talent, sometimes that could get to you when they bring somebody else in who's just as good as you, and I thought she handled that really well, and that showed me a lot when she was a senior. And she came in and did the same thing here with a lot of really good players. She was a leader on and off the court. Her sophomore year, she was a leader with the drills during practice and that kind of stuff. So she's going to really be missed. Day Day is the type of kid you have to have on your team. Day Day came in and she just worked. High school, they had her playing every position. I had her playing every position. She'll play guard, she'll play big. She doesn't care. She's the best defender on the post that I've coached. She just likes to bang with people. She likes to get in there and be physical with people, and she's not going to be intimidated. And any team that I coach, that Day has to be on it, because she's that valuable to a team, and she was very valuable to our team this year. Malaya, who's a freshman. Carly came in, she started playing soccer here, and she wanted to play basketball, but she didn't know if she really wanted to come out for the team. And I think she talked to her coaches, talked to other players on the team, talked to some of her soccer players actually too, and decided to come out. And Carly's been that type of player that just does everything you ask her to do, gets worried when she can't make practice. One of the biggest traits that I like about Carly is the fact that she was trying to get in the nursing program and had to miss practices and that kind of stuff in order to study, but she wanted to be at practice, so I had to almost kind of make her go home and study for her tests. That's just the type of teammate she is, type of kid she is. So Carly will be back next year, and all during the year, Carly has gotten better. I've never seen somebody just want to work before practice, after practice, during practice as much as she does. And you can see the progression she made over the year, that she's gotten 10 times better than when she started, and she's going to just keep on progressing for next year. Sahir Bass, she came from Holy Spirit, and she actually transferred from Atlantic City. And that's kind of when I first started hearing her name, when she was at Atlantic City. Sahir came in, and she is a point guard, true essence of the word. And there's been games during the season, you just look at Sahir and there's nobody on the court that can guard her. When she starts to tap into what I believe is her full potential, nobody in this region is going to be able to guard her. Sahir came in, did her job in the classroom, did her job on the court, and she's going to be a big part of what we do next year. Jazzy Canty. Well, a lot of words you can say about Chuki, other than she's just been a joy to coach. Me and her have gone back and forth with each other, but she knows I care, and she does everything I ask her to do. She tries to get better. She's very coachable. She wants to be better. That's the key. So when me and her disagree, is a person who wants to get better. So I have no problem with that because I know she wants to get better, and she works her tail off when she does. When she puts the work in, there's nobody who works harder than her. To me, there's nobody else in the region at her position that I would take over her. So she is an all-region first-team player to me. And that's really all that matters to us as a group. We only care about what we think, and she knows what we think about her. So we expect a lot of good things from her next year. Trina came in, and she had aspirations to play at a 4-year school. The thing with Trina was we had to get her there based off of high school. She had the stats. She has all the stats in the world. We just wanted to make her see how she could take that and become better. You know, because sometimes you get a lot of big stats in high school and you don't know if you can get better. We told her we think you can get better and have a chance to play at a 4-year school, at a high-level 4-year school. And she's another girl who, honestly, all-region player in my book, will always be, you know. So we're looking for really, really big things out of her. She's done everything we've asked her to do. She's come in and worked in the department before practice, after practice. She's done everything correctly. She's done everything she can to make us a better team, better people, you know. So we definitely enjoy having her on the team. We look forward to having her next year. Want to recognize my manager, Raymond Wise. Ray's been with me now for 3 years, almost 4. And Ray is now going to Rowan University, and we wish him well. Ray has done everything I've asked him to do. Ray has been there. He's been my right-hand man. I mean, he's been there longer than my coaches. So Ray's been my right-hand man. So we wish Ray all the best. And he's been doing the unified with us, and he's just been a part of the program. He's a big part of the program. Anthony Lobby. Anthony is pretty much the de facto head coach. I listen to Anthony. Anthony tells me what play to run, we run that play. Anthony runs all the offense. Coach Schmidt runs the defense. If Anthony wants to run one down, we run one down. Whatever Anthony wants to run, we run it. But Anthony's been with me from the beginning. Anthony went with us to nationals a couple years ago. Anthony is the big part of this team and this program. And we can't see ourselves without Anthony being in anywhere in the pictures, in anything. Anthony needs to be there. Coach Schmidt, Coach Vino, I want to thank both of them for their hard work, putting up with me. But both of them worked their tails off in different roles on the team, but all with the same goal in mind. So I want to thank both of them. I want to thank the administration. I want to thank all the athletic administration, all the academic administration, all the way up to the president, up to school. We look forward to continuing to grow this program and get it to the point where we're supposed to be, which is at the top of this region. And we're going to keep pushing. We're going to keep doing our thing. But this season was very enjoyable. I enjoyed coaching this group. I'm going to miss this group. I want to congratulate both the men's basketball team, the wrestlers, for what they did during the season. I want to congratulate Coach Will for his first season. You know, first season is always the toughest, so I want to congratulate him for his first season. I know he's going to keep building. I always want to congratulate Dan. He knows I have his back. Love talking to the wrestlers when they come in and ask about their equipment and ask them how they're doing. So I want to congratulate them as well. Also, my Coaches Award winner is Carly Malaya. Carly is our Coaches Award winner because I believe she embodies everything you want in a teammate. Somebody who just cares about their teammates, cares about the team, just cares about being a part of it, cares about us winning. Just always there to show what a real teammate is and what it takes to be a real teammate. Her teammates love her, and I think that if you pull all the team as well, I think she would be the person everybody would pick to be the Coaches Award winner. It goes beyond just points and that kind of stuff. It just who do you think embodies what you call a team? And Carly is what embodies us as a women's basketball program. So I would like to pick Carly as my Coach's Award winner. I appreciate everything. Everybody stay safe, and I look forward to speaking to you guys soon.
1, 2, 3.
Coach is aiming to send 10 out to nationals in Iowa. We've definitely got at least 6. We got at least 6 last year, so there should be no problem.
Like we did last year. This year we just have a lot of team chemistry, and on and off the mat, we're there for each other. We're cheering each other on, and just like we feed off of that.
Hello everyone, Coach Antonelli here, RCSJ Wrestling. First I want to start off by congratulating all the student athletes and the coaches for a great winter season. I'd like to thank a few people before we get started for tonight. I'd like to thank Mr. Rowan, Director of Athletics here, for giving me the opportunity, Dr. Keating and the board here at RCSJ for also giving me the opportunity to be a part of. Also the athletic staff here has done a great job. Me being an adjunct makes it very difficult at times for me, and the coaches here do a great job. I'd like to thank Coach Coop for all his help, Coach Hobbins, Leanne, and then also you can't forget Elise, who really takes care of our athletes day in and day out with their health. So thank you very much everyone for all your help. I'd like to start off by saying we had a banner year this year for the kids. It was a great time. I enjoyed myself. We had a great group of kids. It was a lot of fun. They had a lot of fun, and then also success came with it. We started out opening up here, had some success in our first dual meets, then did very well in a couple opens, had a chance to go travel to the NWCA Nationals out in Kentucky, went out there and took fifth place in our division, which was very nice for us to place there, bring home some hardware. Kids wrestled very well out there, went 2-1, and then all the other kids also got a chance to wrestle in the Stars in the Open and did well in that also. Came back and kind of took that into our postseason, came up to the GSACs here. We hosted again this year, did very well with that. We actually went 37-3 in individual matches at the GSACs, ended up winning the GSAC title this year again, and then went into the district tournament with some high hopes, and the kids did very well there. Played second last year, came back this year, won the tournament, won it pretty handily. Kids wrestled very well. We had outstanding wrestler Curtis Thomas, freshman in the tournament. So again, another great start to the season. We'll talk a little bit more about the postseason and then 10 qualifiers for nationals as we talk about the individuals. Let's start talking about our student athletes who've done a great job this year, but first and foremost too, thank the coaches too that helped out. Coach Lex, Coach Mark Fischer helped out this year, jumped on board, did a great job for us. Coach Dylan Skidmore, who was a former wrestler, came in and was a great job and did a great job with the program. The kids helped out a lot, and also Coach Toppin, who's is a big asset to our program. So I'd like to thank all the coaches too for putting in all their hard work, time, and being unselfish in everything that they do. For us this year, 125, we had a couple wrestlers there. We had David Lucci. We also had Luke Souter, who competed there, and then we had our starter, Nick DiGiacomo. Jock had a great year this year, was a district champ, didn't lose a match up until late in the season. Did very well, then came out, won the district title, went out to nationals, and went 3-2 out in nationals. He was 3 seconds away from being an All-American, and I know Jock has some high hopes on next year returning and doing well. At 133, we had CJ Mazzarelli and we had Tate Merlina. Tate was a returner from last year. Did a great job for us. It was in and out of lineup, and then we had our starter CJ Mazzarelli, freshman, incoming from Delsey. CJ, put together a real solid season for us. Hard worker in the room. Ended up taking second in the districts. Went out and was a national qualifier for us. At 141, we had a couple kids in and out of lineup there. Justin Boyden was down at 141 for a while. Justin's a returner from last year, and Mikey Rubino. Mikey ended up staying at 141 and being our starter this year. Justin did a great job with it. Can't say enough about the kid, a program kid, hard worker. Had him for 2 years and one of the best kids to coach. So really going to miss him. Mikey did a really good job for us this year at 141 too, coming in. He had a chance to compete in the districts this year, placed second in districts, also a national qualifier for us. Had some nice tournaments, wrestled very well out at the Nationals out in Louisville, Kentucky. Put together nice 3 matches out there and did really well for us. So he will be missed as Mikey graduates, and so does Justin. We lose them. At 149, we had a newcomer, Atlee Cullison, come to us. Atlee jumped in from Kingsway. He was our starter. Before I talk about Atlee, you can speak a little bit. We had Evan Van Zora there at 149. We also had Nick Herrera, who had a red shirt in this year, coming back from ACL surgery. So we're really looking forward to Nick having a big year for us next year. But getting back to Atlee was a very tough, hard-nosed kid. Came from Kingsway program. Wrestled with very tough competition all day long. He came right in and set the tone right away. Very tough on top. Put together a great season for us. Another hard worker in the room. Does whatever he can for the team. Fit right in with the guys. Ended up being a district champ. Went out to nationals, and Atlee made it all the way to the blood round at nationals, finishing in the top 12 in the nation. So he did a real nice job for us this year. At 157, we had returner Jarrett Carr. Jarrett was a returning district champ, won some matches out at nationals last year. Started out with the injury bug this year in the beginning of the year, was under the weather, and he started hitting his stride, got healthy, started wrestling real well, especially when the time we got out to nationals, the team nationals, and then came back and was wrestling really well early January. Last dual meet before our district tournament, Jarrett suffered a concussion. Unfortunately, was unable ever to step back on the mat. We were hoping, got him the wild card for nationals, but was unable to. But Jarrett is a very talented kid, and I know he's going to do well at the next level as he continues. At 165, we have Dylan Fischer. Dylan's a returner last year, returning district champ from last year. He also made it to the round of 12 last year out nationals. Kind of this year, Dylan was very focused on getting on the podium. I think that was his major goal in trying to not only be a good leader in the program, but also get on the podium this year. Dylan did all the work that was needed in the room, has all the talent in the world, did great, had put together a nice season, ended up winning the Centenary Open in his weight class. Dylan came back and won another district title this year, then went out to nationals, found himself again in the blood round, came out, pinned the kid in the blood round to earn All-American status, ended up finishing 5th in the nation and put together a great program, a great 2 seasons here. Dylan just accepted a scholarship, actually will be wrestling at Limestone University, so we wish him well. 174, we had a couple kids in and out of lineups there. I'll start with, we have Riley Onorato. Riley's a returner from last year. Riley is a tough, hard-nosed practice kid, gets in there, gets after it, one of the nicest kids in the world, do anything for the team, anything for the program. Did very well this year, won over 15 matches for us. And when it came to the end of the season and we had wrestled for 74-84, it's a shame he didn't make it to get a chance to compete in district-wise, but Riley definitely could have been a district champ for us and also probably would have been around 12, or who knows, could have been an All-American out in Iowa. But we had also our 174 starter, Tyler Bear. Tyler's returned from last year too. He was a kid who also was in a blood round last year, made it out there. He was a district runner-up last year. This year, Tyler kind of set the tone early. He's a workhorse in the room. He just keeps going. That's his mentality, his tempo. And he just keeps getting after it. So it kind of went over to the mat. Tyler was very determined. Put together a great season. Wrestled well at all levels, all the opens, our tournaments. Was a pinner. We needed big pins. Tyler would get them. He ended up winning the Nassau Open for us in the weight class, beating a lot of quality kids up there. Came back, won a title this year, district title this year. They eluded him last year. Went out to the national tournament. Found himself, he was a reversal away from making it to the semifinals in the quarters. And then found himself in the blood round again, coming to fight back for an All-American spot. Wrestled really well, beat a kid from Nassau in that spot there to earn All-American status. And then in the next couple of rounds, just next 2 matches, really just kept dominating kids. And these are all All-American quality wrestlers he's dominating. Ended up taking 4th in the nation at 174. So I can't say enough about Tyler, and he's definitely will sorely be missed in the practice room. At 184, we had Brandon Johnson. Brandon was a return from last year as a Williamstown kid. Great kid, worked his butt off. Brandon was unable to kind of complete the season at the end of this season this year, but was in and out lineup for us and just worked very hard. And then we also had Jayden Roberts. Jayden's a freshman this year for us. very talented, hard-working kid in the room. Really likes to get after it. Live sessions. Jayden's the one you see going around and jumping on anyone and to wrestle and just keep going and going. Jayden had a good year this year. Was kind of in and out live, decided to go 84 and not go to 74 anymore, and it was kind of a good move for him. Thought he was healthier there, felt stronger. Jayden ended up winning a district title as a freshman. Ended up going out to the nationals and ended up upsetting the first two kids that he wrestled out there. Beat a kid 2-1, beat the next kid 3-2, and he found himself in the quarterfinals. So he wrestled very well. He lost in the quarterfinals, lost in the blood round, a tight match. But Jayden, I know coming back next year, his goal is to be on top of that podium. At 197, our starter we had was Curtis Thomas. Curtis was freshman this year, 4.0 GPA in the fall. Just amazing kid, works hard, never misses anything, and just showed and just wanted to get better and better every day, always wanting to learn. Curtis ended up winning a title for us in the districts. He was named the outstanding wrestler after he pinned a kid that beat him earlier in the season. Curtis goes out to nationals, wrestles very well, wrestles unbelievable, finds himself again. He loses, I think, 6-3 to the kid who took second in the nation. And then he's in the blood round and he comes up on the kid. He's beating the kid early and then gets down on the mat and has some problems getting out. But he found himself, in the top 12 in the nation, and I know Curtis wants to be on that podium next year and be an All-American, so he has high goals for that. At heavyweight, we had a couple of different heavyweights this year in our lineups. We had, Shane Kelly came in from West Deptford for a little bit, never wrestled, but worked out with us a lot. We had Matt Cruz from Gloucester City. Matt came in, got hurt first match of the season, came back from that, fought his way back, and he wrestled out in the nationals, in the team nationals, and then got back, started getting healthy late in the season. Decided though just wasn't there and ready yet for the postseason. We had Austin Moody, Paulsburg product, great kid, another hard-working kid in the room. Austin again, kind of started getting beat up and got hurt near the end of the year with knee problems. And then we had John Fountain. John's a returning starter last year. He was a national qualifier last year. John just kept, he just keeps working and working and working and keep getting after it and stay steady. John did a great job for us this year again, and he ended up being a national qualifier, winning the big match in districts, and so he ended up being a 2-time national qualifier. So the kids, we talked about it was a great time with the kids. I just want to tell them thank you for making this special for me. Really enjoyed my time with you guys. This was a special group of kids. They seemed to have a lot of fun with the program, and I'm going to miss them. Really going to miss this group, and just looking forward to seeing what we can do next year. And the young guys that are coming back, it's your turn to step up. So, all right, now for a coach's award. It's tough when you have a team as talented as this. Just a great group of kids that really worked hard all year, and just had a blast with you guys. But coach's award this year goes to a kid that's kind of busts his tail every day. Doesn't miss anything. He could be bleeding from everywhere. Just plug him up and get right back at it. Just hard-nosed, desire, will, and a great young man too. So our coaches award this year, is voted upon by the coaches, goes to Tyler Bear. Congratulations, Tyler. It has been a pleasure. Again, I just want to congratulate everybody on the great winter seasons, and looking forward to hopefully seeing everyone back on campus real soon. Stay safe.
Coaches, great job with those speeches. And to everybody, congratulations again on an outstanding winter season. I had a great time watching all the teams. First year coaching Will Logan, Coach Cooper taking the team into the Region 19 playoffs, and the wrestling team having a banner year, back-to-back now, GSAC champions, first time at the national duels, and a deep run and two All-Americans. What a great year for the Roadrunners, makes us really proud. And now I get the chance to do something that I like to do and give out our male and female student athlete of the season awards. These awards are chosen by our athletic department staff, nominated by the coaches. In the winter, we have 2 great nominees, and I'm really excited to talk about them and get them their awards as soon as possible. So on the women's side, our female student athlete of the year was all Garden State Athletic Conference, all Region 19, really came on throughout the year. Not only that, it's a person we get to see a lot because she works for us in the Department of Athletics, in the fitness center, and also at the games. Has been just a really model student to be in our program, works really hard at practice, all the things you want from a player, but also the accolades on the court, the scoring, the rebounding, and nobody liked to see her show up in the opposing gym. When she walked in the gym, they knew they were in for a really tough game. Our female student athlete of the season, Trina Deveni Bethea. Trina, we're going to get you your award very soon, and congratulations on an outstanding freshman season. Can't wait to see what's in store for you next year. On the men's side, as we turn it over, a person who's been with us and now in her second year on the mats from our wrestling program, set his goals really high coming into the season, was just one step away last year, accomplished the goal of becoming an All-American. Also some great accolades throughout the year, leading us to an outstanding team season, one of our best. Did a great job also in the room, a leader in the wrestling room, a leader at practice, and a top student. Moving on to a scholarship program, our male student athlete of the season, Dylan Fischer. Dylan, great job. Really proud that you've been able to accomplish your goals. Me and you have talked a lot about that through your time here, and to see you do that and then get a scholarship to move on to wrestle, couldn't be more proud, so congratulations. Just a couple of closing thoughts. One, we're working very hard to get everybody back on campus. The campus is doing everything in their power to get back open in athletics. We can't wait to get back out there and compete again, but we will only do it if it's safe for everybody. So keep that in mind. Safety of the student athletes, safety of our staff, our coaches, other teams in our community is the top priority. So what we'd ask of you, okay, stay ready, stay prepared, but do everything now that you can do by following CDC guidelines, wear a mask, social distance, so that we are able to get back as soon as possible to competition and to campus. As always, if you need anything, please reach out to your coaches, reach out to me, reach out to one of our athletic department staff members. If you don't know how to get us, just go to our website and you see all of our contact info. Email athletics@rcsj.edu. Send a message to us on social media. Okay, we want to be there to help you if there's anything we can do. Throughout the summer, if we can be a resource for you, we will be. And again, make sure you're following, make sure you're interacting with us and your coaches. For those graduates, look for information about a postponed graduation ceremony, hopefully on campus or virtual if it needs to be. Okay, and thanks again for tuning into our show. Thanks to all of our staff and coaches, and most importantly, great job, student athletes. Go Road Runners.